what is the value of the expression 6 squared minus open parenthesis 64 divided by 8 times 4 close parenthesis, then divided by 2 squared. Which option do you think is the correct answer to this question? This expression seems very simple, but it tricks almost everyone. Let's go step by step and solve it together. At the beginning, many people go straight to the expression inside the parentheses because they believe parentheses have a higher priority than the other operations. And they immediately perform the multiplication between 8 and 4 because they think multiplication has a higher priority than division. So, they simplify this expression and write it as 6 squared minus 64 divided by 32 inside the parentheses, then divided by 2 squared. And the next step, they move on to the division between 64 and 32 and replace this expression with 6 squared minus 2 divided by 2 squared. Then, they go to the exponents and simplify this expression to 36 minus 2 divided by 4. And the final step, they go for the division between 2 and 4 because they believe division has a higher priority than subtraction. So, they rewrite this expression as 36 minus 0.5, which finally gives them the answer 35.5. Then, they quickly say that option C is the correct answer to this question. However, it's not the correct answer to this question. Also, some other people when solving this question first go straight to the expression 6 squared and simplify to 36 minus 64 divided by 8 times 4 inside the parentheses, then divided by 2 squared. And the next step, they focus on the expression inside the parentheses and solve the division between 64 and 8. So, they simplify this expression to 36 minus 8 times 4 inside the parentheses, then divided by 2 squared. Then, they perform the multiplication between 8 and 4 inside the parentheses and write this expression as 36 minus 32 divided by 2 squared. Next, they perform the subtraction between 36 and 32 and simplify this expression to 4 divided by 2 squared. And the final step, they handle the exponent and write this expression as 4 divided by 4, which ultimately gives them the answer 1. And immediately, they conclude that option A is the correct answer to this question. But I have to say, we were tricked and it's not the correct answer to this question. Alright, now let me show you how to solve this expression properly. To solve this question, we must follow a rule that is called PEMDAS. And this rule, P stands for parentheses, E stands for exponent, M stands for multiplication, D stands for division, A stands for addition, and S stands for subtraction. It means that we need to perform all the operations step by step in order from top to bottom. Okay, as you can see on the screen, in this equation, first we have an exponent, then a subtraction sign, followed by parentheses, then a division sign, and finally another exponent. According to the PEMDAS rule, first we should start with the parentheses because parentheses have the highest priority over all other operations. And inside the parentheses, first we have a division sign, then a multiplication sign. It's very important to note that multiplication and division have exactly the same level of priority. In this situation, we must start from the left and move toward the right, performing these two operations in order. So, first we do the division between 64 and 8, and this expression simplified to 6 squared minus 8 times 4 inside the parentheses, then divided by 2 squared. And the next step, we handle the multiplication between 8 and 4, and this expression simplified to 6 squared minus 32 divided by 2 squared. Next, it's time to handle the exponents, because according to the PEMDAS rule, after parentheses, exponent has a higher priority than the other operations. So, we can write this expression as 36 minus 32 divided by 4. And the final step, we perform the division between 32 and 4, because division has a higher priority than subtraction. So, this expression simplified to 36 minus 8, which finally gives us the answer 28. That's great. Option B is the correct answer to this question.